Today is bad, and tomorrow will be worse. It continues until it reaches the worst. When you first heard this, what did you think? That it's hopeless, pessimistic, depressing? But within this single sentence lies a profound truth about life that most of us have been missing. Today, I'm going to explore the real meaning of this quote and share stories of people who overcame impossible situations by embracing this philosophy. This isn't about giving up. It's about something far more powerful. Tomorrow will be better than today. How many times have you heard this? How many times have you told yourself this when things got tough? When you're struggling at work, someone says, "Don't worry, tomorrow will be better." When you're dealing with health issues, you'll feel better tomorrow. When your relationship is falling apart, things will get better. But here's what the passage tells us. The belief that tomorrow will be better than today is the cruelest lie prepared by life. This sounds harsh, doesn't it? But think about it for a moment. When you have a problem today and you tell yourself, "I'll deal with it tomorrow," what happens? Does the problem magically disappear? No, it grows, it compounds, it gets worse. Think about a small leak in your roof. You notice it today but think, "I'll fix it tomorrow," when the weather is better. But tomorrow comes, and you're busy. Then next week, that small leak has spread. The ceiling is damaged. Now you're looking at thousands in repairs instead of a simple fix. Or think about your health. You feel chest pain today, but you tell yourself, "It's probably nothing. I'll feel better tomorrow." But tomorrow, the pain is worse. By the time you see a doctor, what could have been prevented has become a serious condition. The passage continues. Today's problems don't resolve. With time, they accumulate. The belief that time will heal all wounds is nothing but an illusion. The optimism that tomorrow will be better than today is the most brutal deception life has prepared for us. Now, let me tell you about someone who actually lived by this philosophy and became one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba Group. Jack Ma said, "The higher the expectations, the greater the disappointment. So I always think tomorrow will be worse, that something worse will definitely happen. That way, when truly difficult things come tomorrow, I won't be seized by fear or panic." Let me tell you about Jack Ma's failures. He applied to Harvard University 10 times, rejected all 10 times. He applied for 30 different jobs, rejected from all of them. When KFC came to China, 24 people applied, 23 were hired. Jack Ma was the only one rejected. He applied to be a police officer. They said no. He tried to join the military. They said no. Most people would have given up. Most people would have thought they were destined to fail. But Jack Ma said, "Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be sunshine." Notice what he's doing here. He's not denying that tomorrow will be difficult. He's not pretending that problems will magically solve themselves. He's accepting that tomorrow will be worse. And that acceptance gave him power. Why? Because when you expect the worst, you prepare for it. When you expect the worst, small victories feel like miracles. When you expect the worst, you don't crumble when difficulties come, because you already saw them coming. Jack Ma built Alibaba into a company worth hundreds of billions of dollars, not by being blindly optimistic, but by being realistic about challenges and prepared for the worst. Let me share a real story that demonstrates this philosophy in action. Mr. Baek received the diagnosis no one wants to hear: Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. For those who don't know, pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest cancers. Stage 4 means it has spread throughout the body. The doctors told him he had maybe 3 to 6 months left. Most people in this situation cling to hope. They tell themselves, "Medical miracles happen every day. I'll be the exception. Tomorrow I'll feel better." But Mr. Baek did something different. He accepted the worst. He told himself, "Tomorrow will be worse than today. My condition will deteriorate. I need to prepare for the worst possible outcome." Now, you might think this would lead to depression and giving up. But the opposite happened. By accepting the worst, Mr. Baek freed himself from the prison of false hope. He stopped waiting for a miracle and started taking action. He researched every possible treatment, not just Western medicine, but alternative therapies, diet changes, natural healing methods. He changed his entire lifestyle. He started exercising, meditating, eating completely differently. But here's the key. He did all this without the illusion that tomorrow would magically be better. Every day, he prepared for it to be his last. Every day, he did everything possible to fight. Not because he believed in a fairy tale ending, but because he accepted reality and worked within it. The result? Against all odds, Mr. Baek achieved complete remission. The cancer was gone. When asked about it, he said, "When I accepted the worst, fear disappeared. I stopped living in fantasy about tomorrow and started living fully in today." That focus, that presence, that realistic approach, I believe that's what saved me. Here's another story. A man, let's call him Kim, had built his company over 15 years. He had employees, good reputation. Then, due to one bad deal and economic circumstances beyond his control. Everything collapsed. Bankruptcy. Millions in debt. Employees without job. Family depending on him. Everyone told him, "Don't worry, tomorrow will be better. You'll bounce back. Just stay positive." But Kim remembered something different. He thought, "Tomorrow will be worse. The debt will accumulate interest. My reputation will be harder to rebuild the longer I wait. The job market will be tougher for me as time passes." Did this thought make him give up? No, it made him act immediately. Instead of waiting for things to magically improve, Kim took the lowest paying job he could find immediately. He started paying off debt, even if just a little at a time. He stopped living in denial about his situation. He didn't tell himself comforting lies like, "Something will come through soon. I'll get a big opportunity any day now. This is temporary." Instead, he told himself, "This is my reality now. Tomorrow will be harder, so I need to work today." Small progress is still progress. Because his expectations were rock bottom, every small victory felt huge. Got a freelance project? Amazing. Paid off $100 of debt? Progress. Found a cheaper apartment? A win. 5 years later, Kim started a new business, smaller, more careful, more realistic. Today, that business is thriving. He's financially stable again. When asked about his recovery, Kim said, "Accepting that tomorrow would be worse was the best thing I did. It forced me to stop waiting and start working. It made me grateful for every small step forward. People who wait for tomorrow are still waiting. I decided to act today." So what is this philosophy really about? Today is bad, and tomorrow will be worse. This isn't pessimism. This isn't depression. This isn't giving up. This is radical realism. Let me break down what this philosophy actually does. 1. It eliminates fear. When you've already accepted the worst possible outcome, what is there left to fear? You've already faced it mentally. You've already prepared for it. Most people are paralyzed by the fear of things getting worse. But when you've already accepted that things will get worse, that fear loses its power over you. 2. It forces preparation. When you believe tomorrow will be better, you wait, you delay, you procrastinate. But when you believe tomorrow will be worse, you act now, you prepare, you don't waste time. 3. It creates gratitude. When you expect things to improve and they don't, you're disappointed. But when you expect things to get worse and they stay the same, or even improve slightly, you're grateful. Every small victory becomes meaningful. 4. It builds resilience. Life will throw challenges at you. That's guaranteed. If you're expecting sunshine and rainbows, those challenges will crush you. But if you're already prepared for storms, you stand strong when they come. The passage explains, "Only those who anticipate and accept the worst gain the strength to overcome it. Those who blindly hope for better tomorrows remain unprepared when reality strikes." Now, you might be thinking, but isn't positive thinking supposed to be good for you? Don't we need hope? Here's what research actually shows. There's a concept in psychology called defensive pessimism. It's been studied extensively, and it works. Defensive pessimism means anticipating potential problems, preparing for worst-case scenarios, setting low expectations. Studies show that defensive pessimists actually have performed better under pressure, feel less anxiety, achieve their goals more consistently. Why? Because they've already mentally rehearsed failure. When challenges come, they're not surprised, they're ready. Compare this to blind optimism, expecting everything to work out, not preparing for problems, setting high expectations. Blind optimists often crash harder when things go wrong, experience more anxiety because problems feel unexpected, give up more easily because reality doesn't match their expectations. There's a study from the 1990s where researchers followed college students. They found that defensive pessimists actually got better grades than optimists, despite feeling more anxious beforehand. Why? Because they prepared more thoroughly. So how do you actually apply this in your life? Step 1. Face your reality. Stop lying to yourself about your situation. If you're in debt, acknowledge the exact amount. If you have a health problem, get the diagnosis. If your relationship is struggling, admit it. Step 2. Ask, what's the worst that could happen? Not to scare yourself, but to prepare. What's the worst possible outcome of your current situation? Getting fired? Okay, what would you do? Business failing? Okay, what's your backup plan? Health declining? Okay, what steps can you take now? Step 3, prepare for that worst case. Don't just think about it. Actually prepare. Update your resume. Save emergency money. Change your habits. Learn new skills. Step 4, take action today. Don't wait for tomorrow to magically be better. Act now. Do something today to improve your situation. Step 5, celebrate small wins. Because you've set low expectations, every bit of progress is a victory. Paid off $50 of debt? Win. Exercised for 10 minutes? Win. Had one productive meeting? Win. Let me end with this question. What problem are you facing right now? Are you telling yourself, it'll be better tomorrow? Are you waiting for circumstances to magically improve? Are you living in fantasy instead of reality? Here's my challenge to you. For the next week, adopt this mindset. Tomorrow will be worse. What can I do today to prepare? I promise you this won't lead to depression. It will lead to action. Because when you accept that tomorrow will be worse, you stop waiting and start working. You stop hoping and start doing. You stop dreaming and start building. The passage ends with this powerful line. The worst you can expect, the better you can handle. Those who prepare for sunshine are destroyed by storms. Those who prepare for storms can handle anything. Jack Ma faced 10 rejections from Harvard and built a billion-dollar empire. Mr. Baek faced stage 4 cancer and achieved complete remission. Kim faced bankruptcy and built a new successful business. What do they all have in common? They accepted that tomorrow would be worse, and that acceptance gave them the power to make it better. If this video resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And remember, tomorrow will be worse. So what are you going to do about it today?